Most Codex tutorials teach features that could be obsolete in 6 months. But learning every button only teaches you to be a user. To get real value from Codex, you need to think like a manager. If you're new here, my name is Jean Lee. I was a software engineer and an engineering manager at companies like Meta, and one of the early engineers at WhatsApp. It turns out that the same skills that I use to manage engineering teams are now the skills you need to manage AI agents. I'll show you the essential Codex features and how to use them to manage an entire project from idea to deployment, even if you're a complete beginner. This video is sponsored by Zapier, but more on them later. Now, what is Codex? Well, Codex is an AI coding agent similar to Claude Code or Copilot. It can understand your codebase, edit files, run commands, test its work, and connect to tools like GitHub and Zapier. Unlike ChatGPT that can suggest code, Codex can complete entire workflows for you. It can build a feature, fix a bug, review a pull request, analyze data, and automate repetitive work. It's also included with the ChatGPT Plus, starting at $20 per month, which is what I use. Before I started getting into Codex, I was concerned about the token limits because everyone's talking about that online. But I noticed when I started coding, I rarely hit the limits with even just a plus plan on Codex because I use it pretty effectively and strategically. So I will show you all my tips in this video. To get started, first you need to download the Codex desktop app from OpenAI's website. When you first open it, it will ask you what kind of work you do. This choice matters because if you select engineering, it gives you more technical tools. And I recommend choosing this option even if you're not technical because you can always just use the simpler chat version mode, but you have the option to experiment with the more powerful tools if you need them. Once you're signed in with your OpenAI account, you're looking at the main screen. It looks like a simple chat window, but the most important parts are in how you set it up. Start by giving it custom instructions in a file called agents.md, which works like a set of master rules for all your projects. You can also manage its memories so it remembers what you talked about from one chat to the next. Getting this right is the first step to making it actually be useful for you. But before we write any code, let's first understand what's on the main screen. The main window is your chat. This is where you'll give instructions. On the left, you have your projects and chats. A project is just a folder on your computer that Codex has access to. And this is a key difference from ChatGPT. Codex works directly in your local files. It's easy to ignore the right-hand sidebar, but that's where you see the browser preview and the terminal. This is where Codex shows its work, letting you see the app it's building or the outputs it's ran. Now, at the bottom of the screen, I think it's the most important part of the screen, which is the model selector and add context button for files and the / command menu. The temptation might be always to use extra high for reasoning model, but this is a mistake. It is so much slower and uses your quota way faster. So don't default to the high task. It's generally an overkill, and I actually use most of my work through the light model, which works for almost everything. Now that you understand your way around, let's connect the tools. Plugins are what gives Codex its real power. Codex is already great on its own, but it becomes way more powerful and useful when it can access the tools that you use every day, like your email, your calendar, Notion, GitHub, or other apps that you might use on a day-to-day basis. To connect your apps, open the Plugins tab. When you first open the plugin store, you're going to see hundreds of options. And again, it might be tempting to install everything that you see, but don't do that. Don't install too many plugins because you're not gonna use them and it's just making the tool more chaotic. So start with just a few essentials. Here are the 4 plugins that I would recommend installing first. First is computer use, which lets Codex control your mouse and keyboard so it can interact with the desktop applications. 2 is Chrome, which lets Codex browse the web, perform research, and interact with websites. 3rd is GitHub, which gives Codex direct access to your repositories so it can read code and make changes and create commits for you. 4th one is the real hack. Let's say that there's an app that you want to connect that is not on the list here. What do you do? Because The Codex list is expanding, but it's still pretty limited. And there are other apps that you're probably using every day. For that, you can connect Zapier MCP, which offers more than 9,000 apps, making it easy to optimize workflows across the tools you already use. So go ahead and install these 4 plugins, and let's see how this works by building our first simple project. Let's try to solve a real problem that a lot of you might be facing, which is managing a job search process. It's a mess of email, follow-ups, and scheduling. We're going to build something to handle all of that. First, create a new project in Codex, then we'll give it a single detailed instruction. This is where you need to be very specific. I mostly use the voice dictation to record my raw thoughts, and it could be something like review every recruiter email from the past month, check the current status of each conversation, summarize each opportunity, perform basic due diligence research for companies, including the product. I want to know the founders, who are the investors, what the investment size is, and look up any reviews from other interviews on Glassdoor or Reddit. Once you do a raw dump like this, Codex can start planning out the project for you. Basically, it will read every email thread, figure out where you are with each company, research the opportunities, draft responses, and then produce a single report with recommended next steps. This is where Zapier MCP we installed earlier becomes really useful. It lets Codex securely work across Gmail and Notion and work across those apps without you manually moving information between them. If you want to try it yourself, check out the link in the description below to get started. Okay, so far we've been giving single instructions to Codex, but for bigger tasks, you need to be more organized. This is where slash commands come in. If you type a / in the chat, you'll see a list of special commands that gives you more control over how Codex works. My favorite one that I use all the time is the /plan. This is the command that tells Codex to stop and think before it starts writing any code. It will lay out a step-by-step plan to get the job done. You can then review the plan, give it more feedback, reiterate on it together, and make changes to the plan until you're happy with it. Only then do you tell it to start building. And again, this is one of the tricks that I use to be efficient with my token limits. Next is code review, which is a basic part of any professional engineering teams. Using the /review command, you can ask it to check your code before you commit it. You can have it review your uncommitted changes, or you can ask it to compare your current branch against the main branch to see what's different. Codex will then analyze the code and report back with a list of issues it finds. So this was about improving code that is already written. But what if you want to teach Codex a completely new workflow? As you work with Codex, you'll find yourself using the same complex prompts over and over. Instead of copy pasting or retyping the same thing, you can save these sets of instructions into skills. This might sound complicated, but it's actually very simple. With a text file inside called skill.md. In that file, you give the skill a name and a description, and then you write out the instructions you want it to follow. You don't even have to write the instructions yourself. You can just voice dictate like I showed you earlier and tell it what you want to do and ask ChatGPT to write a full instruction for you. If you want to use pre-made skills, you can type in the skill instructor from a chat and you'll get a list of skills you can install or create your own. So now you know how to use Codex, but if you want a deeper dive in AI fundamentals, I do have a roadmap video over here. Otherwise, YouTube thinks you should watch this one next, so I'll see you there.